It's easy to get carried away with all of Evernote's new features, but I always recognize that there's some folks who are just converting to Evernote as their digital productivity system. And sometimes I get messages that they're very curious about the basics, how to use Evernote best. So I want to continue my series in which I review some of Evernote's basic functions and include some things along the way that not everyone may remember or be in the habit of using. Today, we're going to talk about notebooks. Hi, I'm Dave Edwards, a certified Evernote expert, which means that I've been certified to teach what I know to viewers like you. Subscribe to the series, and at the end of this video, I'll tell you more about how you can access even more Evernote basics. Now, you've probably used old-fashioned notebooks, the ones with the rings or the clips. Others might have tabs or sections. But notebooks are where you can organize a large and a wide variety of notes. And the same thing applies to Evernote. Keep thinking about using your Evernote notebooks the same way you think of those old paper notebooks. You can put related notes and items into a notebook. My recommendation is that you create notebooks around the big parts of your life, something like personal, work, hobby, travel, oh, I don't know, legal documents. So let me show you how you create a notebook. Now, this is my demo account, and so you can see that I have a number of notebooks set up. So you could have a single notebook, and you can add notes into this notebook. You notice there's a number here, and that's showing how many notes are in this notebook. You can also create stacks within a notebook. I'll show you how to do that as well. So basically, a stack is where you keep multiple notebooks. So the hierarchy here would be stacks, notebooks, and notes. And of course, everything that you put into it. So think back to my analog 3-ring binders. Rather than put a lot of paper into a single notebook, you want to have tabs to separate different sections. So let's say you have a notebook for hobbies. You might have one section related to books you want to read, books you have read, gardening, movies I want to see, and movies I have seen. So these are notebooks in the stack called hobbies. To create a new notebook, and this is a list of all of my notebooks, very simple. Just come over here where it says new notebook, and now you can type in the name of a new notebook. Car maintenance, you hit create, and now you have created a new notebook called car maintenance. You notice there's no note in car maintenance. That notebook is completely empty. Now you do see that car maintenance is a standalone notebook, and that's just the way we created it. Now, in the very left panel, you see these 3 dots. Click on the 3 dots for more actions, and now it will give you a number of options, including adding a note in that notebook, sharing a notebook, renaming the notebook, deleting the notebook, adding it to shortcuts, or setting it as the default notebook, or adding it to a stack. Let's start with stacks, and then we'll come back to this. So adding it to a stack, if I go to add a stack, you'll see that it lists all the stacks that I have created. So car maintenance would fall under home. Let's say we click the home button, and now you see it has disappeared from the main list. It's now been added to the home stack, and here is the car maintenance notebook. Let's say you want to remove this notebook from the stack. Again, come over to the 3 dots, and you can remove it from the stack. You see now it has reappeared in the long list as opposed to being a part of a stack. If you again come over to the 3 dots, You can add a new note in the notebook, but you can also share this notebook with someone. If you come over and click the Share Notebook, you can type in an email address, and then once you hit Invite, they will get an invitation to see this notebook. A couple of options here. You notice that the default is set for Can Edit and Invite. I don't like this. I'll tell you why. Because if I share this notebook with someone, they have access to the notebook, which is my intention, but they can also share that notebook with others. I'd rather have control over who sees the notebook. So if you click on the arrow, it gives you permissions that you can select from. You're giving them permission to edit, or you're giving them permission to view. If I give them permission to view, they can view it, but they can't share it with anyone else. So I will share it with mom at yahoo.com. Once I type in the address, now I hit invite. Now, when you look at the car maintenance line, you will notice under shared with, it's being shared with two people. Well, it's being shared with me and mom. If I go to this notebook now, you will notice that in this line, you see this little green indicator. And when you click on the little people indicator, it says two people can access this notebook. Click to view the permissions. Now, when you click it, you'll see that I can see it and mom can see it. It's pending because mom hasn't accepted it yet. But if I click on this little down arrow, I can also remove access. And now mom at yahoo.com can no longer see that notebook. Of course, you can rename the notebook, change the name if you would like. You can delete the notebook, or you can add it to shortcuts. More on shortcuts and how to create stacks, along with a lot of other basic elements of Evernote in future episodes. So please subscribe below. Today's video was actually an excerpt from my online course, Evernote for Beginners. It's really a back to basics course for beginners or anyone who wants to use Evernote to its fullest. The course has helped a lot of people. I'd suggest you check it out, Evernote for Beginners. Just go to my website, daveedwardsmedia.com, and click on courses.